That's me goofing around on the guitar yet again. Welcome back to another lesson from 101 Guitar Lessons. My name is Lorne. Hope everyone's doing well out there in YouTube land. So today we are going to talk about another basic of learning to play the guitar is how to read chord and scale diagrams. If I teach you a lesson on how to play a chord, all right, rather than learning how to play music right now, I want you to play right away. So that's the idea. We want to get going. This is a quick way to understand where to place your fingers on the guitar, and it's basically put your fingers where the dots are. Can't get much simpler than that. So I'm going to grab an example of a diagram and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so this is an example of a chord diagram. Now this is a neck diagram, technically speaking, because it is a diagram of the guitar neck. Don't worry about this thing right now. That's tab, and we'll cover that in a different video. This right here represents the strings. I like to look at it vertically. Sometimes you'll see it horizontally depending on the teacher or the book that you're looking at. Sometimes you'll see it this way, sometimes you'll see it that way. The important thing to note is there's usually a thick line which represents the nut of the guitar, okay? The nut being this off-white colored thing, sometimes black on some guitars, okay? And that signifies the top of the neck, or the beginning of the neck. So if you see a dot, for example, on a diagram like this, the diagram can be just a few frets or all the frets. This one happens to be all of them. It doesn't really matter. Here, this represents the 6th string. Now notice my guitar is kind of hanging out here on my lap. I'm basically looking at the guitar this way. All the way to the right is the 6th string, right? Or the low E string. All the way to the right on the diagram is the 6th string, or the low E string. All right? So when you see diagrams and you see, for example, let's see if I can do this without dropping my guitar, a dot here and here. I'm doing random dots. This isn't anything musical necessarily, but that means as a single note, you're seeing 2 notes played on the same string. That's a clue that this is a scale diagram or something that you're going to be playing as single notes and not together. All right? So this would be 1st fret, 3rd fret, both on the 6th string. Then 1st fret on the 5th string, 3rd fret on the 5th string, 1st fret on the 4th string, and so on. So different scale diagrams for different scales will look different. Some will cover all the strings, some won't. Arpeggios, melodies, not melodies necessarily, but arpeggios and scales can be conveyed through these neck diagrams. The other thing that you can see would be a scale or a chord diagram. Again, this is on the neck, and if you see a cluster of notes, usually 1 per string, this would be a D major chord. And to signify an open string, you'd have like an open 0 on top of that string, just saying that you're playing that string, you're not touching anything, but you're letting it ring open. You're putting your 1st finger here on the 3rd string 2nd fret. You're putting your 3rd finger here on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and you'd be putting your 2nd finger here on the 1st string 2nd fret. Now, how do I know which fingers to use? Normally at the bottom, again, this is really long, so I don't have a bottom, but I'll show you an example here. I'll draw that same diagram here. So you're seeing that the way that I drew it here now is you've got an X on top of the 6th string, which means you're not going to play that string. You've got an O on top of the 5th string, so you're going to play it. You're not touching anything, though. It's going to be played open. The 4th string is going to be played open. The 3rd string, you're going to have a dot here. Now, you don't know which finger to use until I write the number 1 down below the diagram, and then you know you're using your 1st finger there. You'd be using your 3rd finger here and your 2nd finger there, and that would complete that particular chord diagram, which happens to be an open D major, okay? So if you get confused, take your guitar, hold it in front of you like this, okay? So I'm holding it like this, and then I can see the diagram as it's written. So here you go. You can see that now. That's the basics of reading a neck diagram for chords and for scales. You're well on your way to learning how to play the guitar now that you understand how to read this. I'll see you guys on the next lesson. In the meantime, you can find a PDF, an explanation of all this stuff in the description below. Feel free to go and grab the download link. And if you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section. If you have suggestions for new videos, that's great too. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it on your social media with anyone you know that might be learning to play the guitar or thinking about it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos. And yeah, that's it. Just want you to know how much I appreciate you and all the guitar lovers out there. Thanks a lot for the support. I'll see you guys in the next video.